Let's get into the game here. How's that? Unlike some of these streamers that sit there doing recap for an hour. Mr. Goodmane, back from Western Skyrim. Actually, he was called, I recalled him from the main quest in ESO Greymoor. Everything else, oh, what do you know? Typical streaming nonsense. I go to stream, and it's raining in High Rock. Woo! Well, rain be darned, even though this guy's running around in a tin suit. One of the ideas that I've been tossing around is building a swimming area out here at the Daggerfall Overlook. Now, the Daggerfall Overlook is a castle that is not meant to have any kind of beach or something like that, but if you go down to the basement of the castle and you head outside, you come out this storm drain down here and you have plenty of space to swim around before you run into slaughterfish water. So what I've been trying to do is I've actually been trying to close in the area using platforms and no clipping to surfaces and stuff like that. So that way, I basically have the equivalent of a private beach. So the idea is build platforms. I know if I go out far enough, there's an invisible wall out here somewhere. That's when I'll turn some of the platforms sideways, and I'm going to make it like I have some kind of fence or something, or put up a real fence or something. Just something that looks like it's there on purpose. Then just have a bunch of platforms surrounding the swimming area. And since there's no underwater swimming in ESO, it'll be kind of like having a private beach, so to speak. Put some furniture out here, patio, maybe some things for like little fires going for barbecue or something like that. But basically make use of this space that just doesn't normally get used for anything. So here's the thing, if you go out beyond where I currently have marked off, you hit slaughterfish water pretty quickly, and your character starts getting killed. So there's slaughterfish water. So, slaughterfish water is ZeniMax's way of getting people to stay close to shore. However, I did do some experimenting with some of these orc platforms I have here, and I went all the way out to the edge and found out there's eventually an invisible wall out here. Now, here's the catch. I went to go do this, and I made a bazillion orc platforms, which is these little things right here, and then I found out the Elsewhere expansion has a Khajiit platform that is much larger. Look at the size of that thing. So this huge thing right here can be made with some wood, some materials, and most importantly, the shimmering sand that you get from the Elsewhere daily quests. I don't have any shimmering sand. I went and did a daily just to make one of these things to see how big it is. If you're going to build something like this, if you're going to build a structure that's not part of the original player house, you want to use as little fixtures as possible for something like this. So, the thing for me to do is to cycle through all of my characters, and we're coming up on 2 a.m. on the East Coast, which is when the dailies reset themselves. So, the thing to do is to send my characters out and do dailies in Elsewhere to get a bunch of shimmering sand and make a bunch more of these platforms. And that way, we come out here, we'll keep the orc platforms out here for now, but we'll come out here with the Khajiit platforms and we'll set them up so that they perfectly surround, and maybe they clip through these rocks or something, make it look like I built something out here that's floating on the water, and then have a place for, you know, friends to come over in-game, guildies or whatever, can hang out, have a pool party, or whatever, assuming it's not raining in High Rock like it often is. So we can make 5 of those huge platforms. Let's see how much ground we cover with those before we go sending other characters out to elsewhere. There we go. Rat of Shimmering Sand. We have tons of heartwood available, and we just need heartwood, pitch, and regulus, as well as shimmering sand, which is what we get from dailies. Let's go see what we have to play with out here. Or put them in the bank and have Lauren do it. She was kind of the, yeah, well, we do that. He makes the stuff, and she's the decorator. He does the questing, and she spends all his money. The fun part is, if I can't find anything to do with those orc platforms, I can sell them for 700 gold for the entire stack. Farm for thumbnails, baby. We could do that, of course, by doing this. But I know better. Ah, beautiful day in High Rock for a change. The magic carpet mod is turned off, good, so she can jump, do a Geronimo dive down into the water. Ah! Okay, that platform needs to come to here, and we have to make sure we also mark off where the slaughterfish water is. We just have to be careful to put it in the same spot, so that way slaughterfish water doesn't become a thing. Should have had the camera higher in the air. This is a huge, huge platform. If we go too far out, we're gonna hit the slaughterfish water. Is this? Yeah, we're about to hit it. Ah, nope. So the only way to place this then, right here, we're actually gonna have to build, we're actually gonna have to, I hate to say we're building scaffolding, but that's kind of what we have to do here. Playing with fire here. You get slaughterfish even if you're ankle deep in the water, though, right? Yep. That's why it's got to be above the water level. So can we grab this thing from the side that's closest to the castle? No. Oh, these are going to be such a pain. Well, this is going to give me something to do with the orc platforms then. Pick that up and just put it away. Because we have to build essentially scaffolding so we don't hit slaughterfish water trying to place this thing. Structures. Orcish platform block. We basically have to temporarily place orc platforms in order to go out to where we can place the Khajiit platforms without hitting slaughterfish water. Doesn't matter how sloppy they are. We're going to pick them all back up later. Oops. That one's a little too low. Undo. Nope. We'll just pick them up. We can retrieve them all remotely as well, so... Alright. Zoom all the way out. Alright. The Khajiit platform needs to line up there. Elsewhere. So it needs to be out here somewhere. The fun part is, once we get the first one, we can use this as scaffolding to place the other one, or something like that. Get it just above water, to right about here. And now we can get all those orc platforms. Well, we'll retrieve the orc platforms remotely when we're done placing all the Khajiit platforms. Maybe I will have use for all the orc platforms after all, and we just have to hit retrieve on them. Elsewhere, wooden and large. Yeah, we are going to have to do that. Yep. Because this is slaughterfish water. Oh man, now I'm glad I made all those orc platforms. Orc platform. So spin it around. And go out. Maybe I should set some better movement keys for this. Oh, that's playing with fire. Khajiit platform. Nope, we gotta place some more. Get the boards to line up. You have died due to slaughterfish. Tips: stay out of deep water. So here's the problem, though. We're gonna have to place another one of these, and we gotta match this. So we're actually gonna waste some stuff here. Elsewhere, we can always just do this and just get the angle right. So just do this, then just have it like an angle or something, or have it be a 90-degree angle. Zoom all the way down. First person mode, look at that. Very hard to tell there's even... See, that's what I did for the platform that I had out here that the end screen was on. So we have all of this, and we have this. Then we'll just hit retrieve on all the orc platforms. So we know the slaughterfish water starts basically where the orc platforms already are. So can we place one? Yeah, we have 2 more of those. So let's place one here. This is where it's going to look weird with the wood. Let's place one also right next to it. Out here to cover this area. And we can go jamming it into the rocks a little. Because we just have to put the platform here and then jump onto it. That's it, we're out. And that should be it for most of the boundaries. Now we can retrieve all the orc platforms. Now we're just basically placing down more wood. So let's remote retrieve all of this. Because we can do that. Retrieve structures, orc platforms. Oh, we have to do that for every single one. Another reason why it's a good thing. Put away. Put away. You must choose a furnishing to put it away. Oh, we can leave the thing open. Okay, good. Orc platform, orc platform, orc platform. I hope I didn't use these in any other houses. So I'm retrieving them from the other houses, if that's the case. Well, got plenty of orc platforms. Daedric platform. Ah, yeah, that's the Azora setup. There we go. Now, so we have our enclosed swimming area, stupid though it may look. Do we hit slaughterfish water swimming at the very edge? Because that means we gotta move it if we do. Or we could have like a deadly spot and tell people, go swim there. Ah, that's too far out. Yep, we have slaughterfish water. We gotta pull that one forward. So something we could do with the orc platforms, if we really wanted to, but we'll save that for another day. Something we could do with the orc platforms, have some kind of giant ramp going up the side of one of these rock things back up to the castle, so you wouldn't have to constantly swim through the storm drain, or the storm gate, in order to... The Z button's working, right? In order to swim through the storm gate, in order to get down here. Or just do a dive or something like that. Then you have to go through the entire castle, as opposed to just running up something. It'd be cool if I had something that I could make look like stairs, in order to make that happen. As it stands right now, it's enough decorating from Madame Lockhart here.